All right, and welcome everybody. We are live, and this is Top Rope Talk. I'm the sniper. This is the wrestling professor himself, Billy Cruz, and we are here to give you the latest and greatest in this last week of professional wrestling. Most notably, I don't know who all tuned in last night to AEW Dynasty. It was an amazing pay-per-view. We're going to be recapping that for the very most part, and then we'll also do last week's SmackDown. But before we get started, Billy, how you doing, man?
Hey, we doing all right, man. How you hanging? How you chilling? What's going on with you?
Doing good, man. I watched a really good pay-per-view yesterday, and AEW Dynasty really delivered. So, I'm already looking forward to Double or Nothing. I think it's May 26th or something?
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
May 26th? Okay. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Oh, go ahead.
May is going to be blasting with all these wrestling sticks. And the birthday coming up, too, in May. It's going to be popping. So...
Oh, no, indeed. So we'll go ahead and get started here. We got about a 20-minute time slot. But we're going to go ahead and get into, let's go ahead and get to it. AEW Dynasty, which took place just last night. I'm missing something. Hang on a second. I'm missing something here. Here we go.
Here we go.
There we are. Now we're good.
Okay. You were missing. Okay.
Yeah,
So, move.
So with that being said, let's get started. AEW Dynasty. So Swerve Strickland captured that elusive AEW World Title. Bryan Danielson, Will Ospreay was a certified thriller, and the Young Bucks somehow won the AEW Tag Team titles. I say that look on your face. I don't know if you expect the FTR to win or anything, but first question for you: what's next for Will Ospreay following that blockbuster match?
I mean, maybe a comeback with MJF, or because that was a banger. Literally, Daniel Bryan. I'm overhearing that he got hurt or injured or whatnot.
And we'll get to that in just a minute.
So, he put on a hell of a match. Ospreay surprised my pops. Was like, man, this dude is so freaking awesome. And I'm like, I told you. I tried to tell everybody. You know what I mean? So what's next? Maybe an MJF surprise or Okada, maybe.
Oh, okay, interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Considering Okada came in and signed that $2.3 billion contract or whatever the number was with AEW for 3 years. That could be a lineup. But that's just my intake on that. I just know it was a banger of a match, and that could be the next thing for Will Ospreay after this.
It definitely was an awesome match. Will Ospreay, he's always been the real deal. And I know I had definitely become a fan of him, in this last year. I think now and especially in the absence of Adam Cole, I know he's kind of coming back, but MJF is still absent as well. And who knows when he's coming back. It'll be this year, just a matter of when. But I think it's about time you throw Ospreay into the world title conversation.
Exactly.
It's kind of struggled. The product kind of struggled just a little bit with Adam Cole and MJF injured,
Yep.
But I think if you throw Ospreay into the world, and he's already proven himself around the world also, that's the thing.
And then, like you said, we'll get to that, but Adam Cole, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden he's out of his wheelchair and he's walking fine and he's doing this and he's all congratulating, hey, I'm not injured no more. So it could lead into maybe a triple threat. That's a long stretch though. You know what I mean?
It could.
MJF, Adam Cole, you know what I'm saying, and Will Ospreay, and Okada, you got your main head stars. Who wants the belt? You know what I mean? Who wants it the most?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And then, let's see here. Oh, the Young Bucks. So what do you think about that ladder match for the Tag Team Championship?
I'm going to do that face again. I was like, who the is that, man? What was going on here? And then when he revealed, because like Dax had that, my boy had that, man, literally. And I know him personally, so yeah, he's good people's, and he had that, man, like literally.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? And he was all bloodied up, and he was like reaching up there for the belt. But then all of a sudden, you had this dude come in, and you're just like, "Oh my god, who is that?"
Jack Perry.
Yep, I kept saying Jungle Boy. I was like, "Oh, excuse me, he's not Jungle Boy no more."
I know, right? He finally made
Jack
his
Perry.
appearance. He made his appearance. Don't you think it's ironic he made his appearance about a week after Tony Khan showed that tape? But anyway, yeah, he came in there and cost them the victory. Young Bucks are once again on top of the mountain.
Yep.
And now this makes them even more dangerous because they're the tag team champions and the executive vice presidents. There's gonna be a lot of weight being thrown around.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. And then you got Tony Khan just wanting to try to keep him, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not an AEW guy, but I read a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And then, of course, in the main event, Swerve Strickland capturing the World Heavyweight Championship in a thriller match against Samoa Joe. Your thoughts about that match? Do you think it was time? Do you think it was Swerve Strickland's time or not yet?
Can I say this?
Mm-hmm.
Whose house?
Swerve's house.
Motherfucking Swerve's house.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, you got Prince Nana all dancing and everything. Like, yeah. And me and my family, we always like, whose house? Swerve house, Swerve. Like, I met this dude in 2017. Yeah, at a little at our WrestleCade convention that we got here in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
It's big too, you know. We got big stars coming there. But I met him, and he was like, he gonna make it big one day. And then, you know, he was in WWE, and then he fell out, and then went to AEW. You know what I'm saying? Now he got the big time type shit. So yeah, I think it was. He proved to a lot of people, and a lot of people are behind him. Like,
yeah,
he is like a hot commodity right now. And in my own opinion, if AEW were to release him like they did with the whole Punk thing and everybody else, they'd be stupid to lose him.
He'd get on immediately elsewhere. Immediately.
Exactly, because he's came a long way, dude. Like, literally a long way.
He did, absolutely. Well, on to our next topic, and that is right after the match, or rather at the end of the match, the Will Ospreay Bryan Danielson match. Bryan Danielson appeared to have suffered a shoulder injury. So those of y'all who didn't see it, Will Ospreay got him up. He basically hit a jackknife tiger bomb. He had him down low, grabbed both arms, he picked him up, and he let him go. It was like a jackknife tiger bomb. Then he hit his finisher, and immediately, you know, he was grabbing his shoulder. He was because that's when it kept glitching out on me. So.
Oh,
okay. It was kind of scary. You know, it's almost like just the way Bryan's arms were positioned, like it was almost like some kind of nerve injury. You know, think about you know what, Billy? You remember when Tua went down with that concussion against the Bengals, and how he looked and how he kind of stiffened up? That's how Bryan Danielson looked.
Oh, so kind of like rigor mortis type thing, you know, like
yeah, like it locked him up, dude. But so yeah, it was well, I guess if it glitched out, you really didn't see too much of it.
Yeah, I didn't, because it kept glitching out. You know what I mean? Like we just kept getting on, but you know how that is.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully everything turns out well for him. So that's looking like something where he may be out of action for quite some time.
I did see the like aftermath, like the recaps, you know, highlights and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like,
it was ugly.
It's like, yeah, cringe.
Yeah, indeed. It was very ugly, you know, to say the least. But congrats to Will Ospreay on the match well fought. Also, Bryan Danielson, hats off to him as usual with the match that he put on, and here's hoping for a speedy recovery. I'm thinking he may be out for some months, but he'll definitely be back, sometime this year. But this is a fresh, report and everything, and I'm sure that we will have some updates here in the coming days. But we're gonna move on to our next topic, and that is this lovely lady winning the TBS Championship, and then, of course, Mercedes Moné, the CEO, having a bit of a stare down with her after the matchup. Willow Nightingale became the TBS champion. The setup, her versus Mercedes Moné at Double or Nothing. Also, Toni Storm retained the AEW Women's World Title against Thunder Rosa. So, before we get started, as far as Willow Nightingale goes, and you and I have been both fans of him in the wrestling group and everything. So, your thoughts on Willow Nightingale winning the TBS Championship, and how you think that this is going to fare between her and Mercedes Moné? Are we in for a blockbuster match?
Oh, we're going to be in for a banger of a match. I'm trying to tell you, a blockbuster of a match. I'm trying to tell you, 5-star plus. I love Willow. I know her personally. She's a good friend of mine. Not saying that I know her. But, yeah, Willow, she's awesome, man. I'm trying to tell you, she deserved the belt. It was a great moment for her. And for, we all know that I'm not a Moné. Moné, right? Okay, we're Moné, they're in for a good, she's gonna give everybody their money's worth. Both of them at that. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be like a Wilder match. So I could see that setup coming, and you know how Moné wants her, she just now came in, she wants the belt or whatnot, you know what I mean? Like, fresh, like, hey, I am CEO, you don't know me, hey, I'm something special, okay?
Yeah.
Willow just got that belt, and she's gonna be like, oh, no, baby, no, let me tell you something, this is my belt.
Yeah.
I earned this. I crawled and dug for this belt. So, but the whole Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa thing.
Yes. So on to that one. Do you see any who would you put up there that could match up with Toni Storm right now? Who could dethrone her?
Oh no! Like literally, unless they sign somebody new, like Tony Khan's always signing everybody left and right. I mean, I could foresee him trying to get Rosemary in the picture.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a long stretch because Rosemary had told me that her contract was ending soon. But that could be a different story. Dethroning Tony. Maybe, I don't know, Abaddon? Maybe they would. I couldn't tell you because, like I said, I'm not really an AEW guy, but Abaddon, you haven't really seen her in the picture lately. And then with Ruby being gone she's going to be gone because she's pregnant, I would have said Ruby, maybe.
What about Julia Hart?
That could be.
Now former TBS champion. Yeah.
That could be another one as well, because I was just about to say that. That's funny because I was just about to say her name. So, yeah, that could be possible. I have no intake on who's going to dethrone Toni, because I love her. I love her whole thing. She needs to just keep the belt for a little bit longer.
Yeah. Maybe a Rhea Ripley-esque run in AEW's in her future. Well, we'll go on to our next, and this was the show that Billy is designated in the group on posting on, and that is Friday Night SmackDown. And so, this past Thursday, AJ Styles beat LA Knight to set up a match between him and Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. Also, the new WWE Tag Team Championship belts made their debut. And Bayley and Naomi's WWE Women's Championship match ended in a no contest due to Trish. I keep going to call it Trish.
Trish, right? Yeah, Trish. That's the same. I do the same thing.
Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffany Stratton.
Well, Billy, this is your show, so please shed some light first on AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes WWE Championship. Give us a little preview.
AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes. I dig it. You know, AJ is quite in his runs because he's already said he was going to retire soon. Maybe he deserves maybe one more shot. And if he loses, then yeah, you know, he can just turn total complete heel and then on his way out the door. You know what I mean? And let Cody retain and do all this above. LA Knight, he's a different story. Everybody's behind him. He loves the shine. He loves the glory. He loves the fans. He's just basically in the spotlight, but nobody's putting him in the spotlight. And everybody's kicking him under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Throwing him under the bus. You know what I mean? It was a banger of a match. You know what I'm saying? Like, but AJ and Cody, yeah, I dig it. And that could set up for like an ultra heel for AJ.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't see, of course, I don't see Rhodes dropping the belt to him or anything like that.
Oh, no. Not yet.
For him to be chasing to finish the story 2 years just to hold the belt for
a month,
30 days. Yeah.
Yep.
But let's see. Bayley, Naomi in a no contest. Tiffany Stratton came in there and decided to put her boot prints on things. Is this going to set up? Oh, actually, you know what? That's we're going to ask that question here in just a bit. Just give me your thoughts about Tiffany Stratton since her time in WWE. Are you highly impressed, or do you feel like she's falling short somewhere?
Highly impressed with Tiffany?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not highly impressed with her, but I'm okay with her. You know what I'm saying? Because just for the fact is, she came before Jade. You know what I mean? And she's trying to make her impact. Like, hey, no, this is my show. No, I want a belt. I want to run things. I want to rule this whole division. So she's giving a statement like to Bayley and Naomi. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you two chicks ain't on top of the world. I am. You know what I mean? So I could see, and it's funny because, she's there with Jade on the same brand, so who's going to be the top chick? But I think she's just making a statement like, hey, no, this is my junk. Like, no, I'm here for one reason. I got bumped up from NXT. I came up here to make a statement. And that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So that's what she's doing. So yeah, I can see like a triple threat between Naomi, Bayley, and Stratton to see who wins. If Bayley wins, then, you know, goes on to do this. If Stratton wins, she gets a chance at Bayley for a belt. Naomi, same thing. You know what I mean? Like, who gets a chance at Bayley real quick?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but then you got the draft coming up this Friday. So
who knows where people are actually going to go. Yes, the draft part 1 is this Friday on SmackDown, and then part 2 is going to be next Monday on Monday Night Raw. So to finish up today's episode, our weekly finisher DQ, which had to do with the last topic. Stratton's interference will set up a WWE Women's Championship triple threat match at Backlash. Finisher DQ.
I say, hey, there's the finish, because I just stated it. I didn't even know it was a finisher DQ you were going to ask.
Yeah, it was just a formality.
Okay, yeah, I go with a finish because, yeah, the triple threat, just to line them up, you know what I mean? See who the top woman is, not the top dog, but the top woman, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely, you know.
The top BITCH.
Yeah. Now, I'm also not ruling out a Fatal 4-Way match because Io Sky's going to want her belt back, too.
Oh yeah, you can't forget about her. Yeah, she's behind because she was in the Skybox. At SmackDown. Yep. And she's like, I'm not finished with you yet.
Yeah, so you can't rule out a fatal 4-way also. So I think we're both in agreement that Backlash is not going to be a one-on-one match for the WWE Championship. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and finish this program off. Thanks to everybody who tuned in on Twitter and also on Facebook and YouTube. Billy, you got any shout-outs before we take off?
Hey, I'd like to give a shout-out if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'll give a shout-out to the people that gave me this job at WrestleCon or Comic-Con. Be out there Sunday. You know, you got to meet your superheroes, your villains, all the above. You know what I'm saying? We got wrestling this Friday. We got wrestling this Saturday. We got wrestling this Sunday. NLPW, New Next Level Pro Wrestling. PWF, Premier Wrestling Federation, of course. You know, Bojack. Hey, that's my boy. I love Bojack. You know, everybody else, Kobe, everybody. Just, you know, the usual shout-outs. Shout-outs to Lee Pate. Shout-outs to you. Appreciate you, boss man. Okay. Shout-outs to Jacob. And, you know, there's too many on the shout-outs, but, you know.
I get it. I hear you.
And Juanita. But, yeah, Juanita. You good.
Yeah. Everybody, Martez, Adrian, everybody from the Wrestling Discussions group, Tyler Ingram, Cliff Best II, you know, everyone that's you know, all my fellow WrestleManiacs, you know, we all come together every single week and discuss and bring awesome material. Appreciate y'all tuning in, and we are gonna see y'all next week for another round of Top Rope Talk.
We out.